What's up, everybody, and welcome to my TNA Impact Wrestling review as we continue week 2 of the World Heavyweight Title Series, or World Title Series, for the championship. There were more groups tonight that were going to compete, and this week Matt Hardy will be competing in the World Heavyweight Champion, the World Title Series, as he is in Group Tag Team, which pretty much has Davey Richards, well, both the Wolves, pretty much. The Wolves, Matt Hardy, and Robbie E. Even though I feel like Robbie E is the odd man out of the World Heavyweight Title Series, he is in the World Title Series. And there are more groups tonight, as there will be a Group X Division, Group TNA Originals as the Originals, and Group, I'm trying to remember the last group, but if I can remember who's in it. You got the Originals, you got the Tag Team Specialists, you have Group X Division, and you have Group, well, probably I'll get the group Future 4. Yes, the future of pretty much this business and everything. As tonight, Robbie E will be going against Eddie Edwards, and Matt Hardy going against Davey Richards tonight, or as they still go about Robbie E, still challenging Gronk of the New England Patriots. I guess that's still going, so I'm surprised they're even still doing this. Josh Matthews then talked about more of the groups of group champions, and they talked about all the groups. Pretty much, well, the TNA original group had Bobby Roode, Eric Young, Abyss, and James Storm. And it's going to be odd kind of talking about James Storm tonight, since, you know, everybody knows he's went to NXT and shit, so it's going to be kind of odd. Richards went one-on-one with Matt Hardy, which was a really good match, I'll say that. A little bit slow at first, but they put on a good match. Matt pretty much hit the twist of fate to get the win, beating Davey Richards. So I was alright with that, with the twist of fate, and he pretty much gained 3 points. So they put on a good match. Wasn't good, wasn't bad, but it was a solid match, I'll say that. Pretty much then they also talked about Davey Richards saying, yeah, he got beat, he's not going to make excuses, he's going to come back and still try to win in the series. They showed a lot of beer, you're going to see a lot of beer money history tonight, as they show, since the main event would be Bobby Roode versus James Storm. There was a lot of history they showed tonight of beer money, as they talked about that when they were tag team champions for over 212 days. James Storm defeating Kurt Angle for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship after Bound for Glory, and pretty much Bobby Roode winning the title after he turned on him. I believe it was a turning point back in November of 2011. So they showed a lot of that, as that would be the big story between them. Jamie Borash talked to the X Division wrestlers, which had DJZ, Tigre Uno, the X Division champion, Mandrews, and Manic, as they all thought Mandrews would be the weakest link because he looks like a Bart Simpson skateboard idiot, so they did that. Aiden O'Shea came out to go one-on-one with Kenny King. They even show interviews in the back with them, as Aiden O'Shea said he's going to take them out from the mean streets of Chicago, from the south side, coming from an Irish background. Pretty much going at Kenny King, showing more of his offense. And when they showed the interviews, Crazy Steve is in this, by the way, this is Group Wild Card, by the way, so Crazy Steve just kind of comes out of nowhere, to be honest. And Hopper Shear, and I like what he said, talked about all of them. He said, Hopper Shear said, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm faster than himself. He says, ain't no shade, says, like, I'm tired of, like, you can't barely speak English, you can't talk, and you look too damn good, he says. Pretty much Kenny King won with the blockbuster move, taking him out, which is kind of odd watching Kenny King in this match, because, you know, a lot of people say he went to Ring of Honor, so I don't know who's under contract at this point anymore. Aiden O'Shea got at least a bit of more offense than he did in Bound for Gold, back at Bound for Glory when he made his debut. But Kenny King put on a great match. I don't know. I like I said before, this whole BDC didn't end. I feel like the BDC went bigger and Kenny King went more places. And hey, I like Kenny King, King of the Night, so he's a shit to me. They talked to EC3 on Skype, which he said he was going to win as he beat Bobby Lashley next week, he would say, and he's going to take his title back after the whole injunction stuff. So they pretty much did a whole interview with Skype with him. They showed more of the beer money thing tonight, as more videos now. But they talked to the originals, and pretty much Bobby was like, I've known this man for 20 years, Eric Young, and he's crazy now. He's really crazy. And you want to pick Bobby Roode to be, you know, the guy out there because he said it's personal. James Storm said, it's a loaded gun, but I choose a bitch to be the least likely one. I was leading him. I gave him something. He said he was going to cut him down. But the bitch said, you said I had things for him. You promised me stuff. And it never happened. Eric Young went against Abyss then, which pretty much EY lost. Abyss won the match with a black hole slam, so I was really kind of surprised to see that. Good match though, I'll say that. EY pretty much won it backstage, and he was pretty much screaming all the places why he was Abyss. And he says, you won this battle, but you've not won the war. He's going to make it to the end, he says. And it's going to be Eric Young's night tonight. And pretty much Robbie E went against Eddie Edwards in, which was very surprising from both men. We thought everybody thought Eddie Edwards was going to win, but Robbie E picked up the surprise win on Edwards, pretty much didn't shake his hand after that. So I was very surprised when he won, getting the 3 points, beating them. So surprisingly, both Wolves lost tonight. Both of the Wolves. But pretty much they were surprised, and Robbie E said he's going on, he's going to win this whole thing, so we'll have to wait and see. Bobby Roode was interviewed in the back. Talking about, he has the King of the Mountain title right now. And now it's just a question of becoming TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And he knows how James Storm works. Like, tonight is not about beer money, he says. We both changed. But he said he's going to take the title, the win tonight. But, I don't know. I guess what else I can say, Eddie Edwards, he said he's not going to make any regrets. He's going to still come through this title win. Group Future 4. Jesse Goddard, Eli Drake, Crimson, who surprisingly is back in his company again. And, who else? Oh, Micah, I believe. They were in. Hold on. Micah were interviewed. And this was pretty much the funniest thing is Eli Drake said, I don't like how you announced me back the last, he said. And pretty much they were pretty much arguing with each other. Micah, I don't know who you are. Jesse Goddard said he's nothing, he says, but he respected Crimson though. And Goddard's pretty much kind of a good talker, saying I have no problem with Crimson. Drake's mouth is annoying, and pretty much you're just the least like Mahaba Shair around here. But Crimson says, I've been in the war, in the deepest, darkest, ugliest places of war, he says. He respects Micah because, he's Haku's son. Goddard has a big ego, and Drake has a big mouth. Even though I feel like it was really funny, this whole segment was kind of cool, but it just didn't make sense. Crazy Steve went against Mahaba Shaira. Why this match? But Shair won with the Sky High. Wasn't really a lot to say about that. More beer money videos. James Storm pretty much after they crossed different paths after the beer money broke up. Storm went on to make his own group and became multiple tag team champions with people. Bobby Roode was also tag team champion and pretty much became world heavyweight champion later in time. And as we got to the main event, they also talked about Austin Aries is going to go against Mr. Anderson next week, and EC3 versus Bobby Lashley. And as the main event came on, James Storm versus Bobby Roode, as Storm pretty much went around and said, beer! And then the crowd said, money! And people were saying, let's go, cowboy. And they had a great match, really great match to end off the show. Pretty much told a great story and everything, and they pretty much started hitting moves on each other. Kind of came towards the end. Storm hit Roode with cowbell, but Roode kind of recovered then. He pretty much got out of the eye of the Storm and hit with the fisherman suplex. Pretty much one of his old finishes when they were in the beer money, one with the fisherman suplex finish. So he won right there. And it's kind of odd seeing James Storm on here. Great episode, I'll say that, of Impact, but it's kind of odd since everybody knows now he went to NXT. And it's weird because now you see him in the World Title Series. And hey, it's kind of good. We all know he's not going to win now since he went over there. But it's just kind of odd when you think about it. Like, why'd he go over there and everything? And they're in the middle of this title hunt stuff. And they had to say the whole interview thing they did, like panel in the back, was pretty cool also. But Storm and Roode, I don't know how long Storm is still going to be on this show for these matches, but it was kind of cool to get to see a little bit of beer money one more time before Storm went to NXT. I don't know how long he'll be in NXT. I heard Impact's trying to get him back anyways to do this India tour they just announced. So TNA's doing an India tour, and they want him to put over Mahaba Shaira or something. But if that was the last time, I don't know if it was the last time I'll see him on this show, but if it was good to see Beer Money one more time on TNA before he went to NXT. But it was a good episode of Impact tonight. So yeah, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace.